You guys head out with your newfound companion, Courtney, who has so generously offered up one of her spare cars for the supply run. Kirk, you don't have to take... never mind, you don't have to take your car. I was going to give her a fun name, but it's fine. We've nicknamed
the Pasty Mobile.
Yeah.
You know...
So Courtney hooks you up with her car. You all pile in. It is also a sedan style, but you actually see it's a gray, almost like dark silver, kind of has a little bit of that mica into the has a little bit of the mica into the exterior of the car. But the most notable thing on it is that at the front, she's kind of jury-rigged a one of those like snow plows onto it, so it gets through things and zombies a little bit easier. You guys head into towers. You guys see all this. What are your thoughts on this lovely supply run with your newfound friend Courtney, and just reminiscing on the fact that you are in a very remote area of Silverton?
I mean, Rowan's pretty used to it at this point, and I'm pretty sure. I think it's safe to probably assume out of everyone in the our four group, Rowan has probably gone out the most, just with their survival training and trying to figure out the lay of the land. So they've probably done like a lot of volunteer work to go out into the wilds to figure out. So I think at this point they're just so used to it. They're like, eh.
Kirk is, I think, he's a lot calmer about it than when all of this first happened, you know? He obviously has some battle scars to show for it now. I think I think he still gets jostled every once in a while, but he's hardened.
Chelsea, I think she's made kind of a reconciliation with herself that the life she planned for herself, going to school and becoming a nurse, that's all long gone. And this is the next best thing is, you know, she and her friends have made it this far and they're lucky enough to be standing on the street right now, not necessarily fearful for their lives, but knowing that they can handle themselves. I think she's really embraced this new world, embraced a new part of her.
Oh my gosh, this just looks like a movie that I saw so long ago when I was like 5 or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, Jennifer is obviously like accepting it in her own way, but trying not to really dwell on it too much, because the longer she thinks about it, the more like dire and like unfortunate the circumstances become. So where it's just vibes from here on out. We're just like, oh wow, that truck is like totally overgrown.
The town, you have your orders from Orion, your leader over at the obelisk, and you guys are looking specifically for more food out here. Chelsea, you had put some medical supplies on the docket if they're available, but for the most part, and Rowan, you would know this, Silverton's pretty clean, like in terms of supplies around, but it never hurts to double check. So you guys head into town. Are you guys heading towards the downtown area, or are you heading towards the outskirts? The downtown area has been picked over much more than the outskirts of the town. You would know
we
that,
were
right?
headed to a specific place, the optometrist, right? That's where we were going.
There was one.
You were. However, as you turn the car, as Courtney turns the car onto the street where you guys were told the optometrist would be, you find that there is no such place. Instead, you find a small little medical clinic, which, you know, could be. And you actually, if you stop and get out of the car and peer in, you see a pair of sunglasses sitting on the counter, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't even think those are my prescription. Okay.
They're definitely not they're from Dollar General.
Yeah.
You guys head out to probably the north of town a little bit, near where the highway kind of drifts off into different country roads, and you find what looks to be like an old farmhouse about 15 miles down the road. From what you can tell, it is decked out in old Christmas lights. There is a deflated inflatable Santa on the lawn. All the Christmas lights have gone out clearly, just because one, there's no power, but two, they've kind of frozen over and have rusted where they can. The rest of it that you see, there's a big wreath on the door and a giant welcome mat that says, "Welcome home."
Little peaksy.
Doesn't hurt. There might be
Oh my
something
god.
in
And
there.
Courtney just gets out of the car and like shuts
Yeah,
the door.
Rowan will step out too.
Yeah, we're going.
She's like, I love the suspense that you guys are going for, but and she goes up to the front door and just goes and knocks on it with the back of her machete, and waits for a second. You don't hear anything.
Man, I love the suspense you're building here, Courtney. But can Kirk try to does it seem locked?
You try the door. It is not locked, actually.
Yeah, Kirk's just gonna walk in.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Bat drawn.
Courtney just watches you walk past her and it's just like, I mean, I'm not going to get tackled by some cannibalistic creature. Okay, good talk. What would you guys like to do?
I think Rowan wants to check out the garage.
Yeah, Kirk would also suggest the garage first, and then go on to other places to get medical supplies.
Okay.
Well, if I know anything, it's that we should definitely not be splitting up right now, because that's how people die. So
no,
I'll come with you to the garage.
Yeah, everyone to the garage.
That was my idea, not yours.
Of course it was.
Just hear Courtney laugh a little bit. And you guys head into the garage and look inside. There is no car in here, but you do see a couple shelves that you guys can peruse if you'd like to make a search check for me.
Any lug wrenches?
There are no, I'm telling you this right now, there are no lug wrenches in
R.I.P.
here.
lug wrench. 5 degrees of failure.
Yeah, you definitely don't find a lug wrench.
I can't roll
You're
for shit.
staring at a wall.
Look, my prescription, it's starting to wane a little bit. My eyes are getting a little more sore.
You actually, Rowan, you walk in and you see that there is there's just this little fading outline of something behind the wall. And you're so certain that there is a door right there that you keep trying to fiddle with the side of the wall, and you do not find a door handle, and it is just frustrating the ever-living shit out of you. So
Okay.
Kirk, I'm gonna say, since you had the neutral, you found the gas cans. Chelsea, you found the crowbar, and Jennifer, you found the other thing I mentioned that I
The
can't
toolkit.
remember. Thank you. I cannot. I was like, I can't remember what it was.
I'm gonna go over to Kirk and I'll be like, "Is this useful?" And it's like a Swiss Army knife.
He just snatches it from me. He's like, yes, it's important.
Okay, geez. Well,
If you guys would like
happy
to
birthday, I guess.
What's your zodiac sign again, Kirk?
His birthday is September 20th. I don't remember what that is.
It's something. Do you show the gas cans to not Jennifer, to Courtney?
It's okay. They're both blonde and they both behave the same. It's easy to get them confused.
Chelsea's blonde.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm offended.
Sorry, I can't brain today. Jennifer is blonde to me as far as I'm concerned, okay?
She's a strawberry blonde. It's fine.
Blonde.
Though, and I think Chelsea got a 1 degree of success.
Yep.
Okay.
2 degrees
So,
of success for
Rowan, you're so intent that you take the survival knife from Kirk at one point and just try to like get this door that you're so determined is there open. You just hear the scraping of concrete. It is not a door.
Rowan, bud.
What?
It's not. Ooh, we really need to get you a new glasses, huh, bud?
It's not that bad. I just had a moment, okay?
Takes the knife away.
You do that, but Rowan still has their machete at their side.
Yeah. No, he knew that did nothing. Just it's his knife.
Well, I'm trying to think. Like the nearest, like it's pretty small towns all the way through here. I don't know if there's like anybody that would have like any shops that would have glasses or anything like that. Like you could probably maybe Montrose. It's like an hour and a half north. I mean,
Oof. Do we have the gas for that?
she glances down at the gas cans. It's an hour and a half. We could siphon gas from cars on our way. We got them taken care of. Also, and her eyes look to Jennifer as she says that and just sees the shotgun just like hanging up on your shoulder and just goes,
Looks nice, right?
do you know how to use that?
Why does everybody assume? Is it because of how I look? You don't think I know how to use this?
I didn't.
She has one hand on the hip.
I didn't say you didn't know how to use it. I asked if you knew how to use it.
It felt a little judgy, okay?
I mean,
Yes, I know how to use it.
Okay.
I don't ask you if you know how to drive a car.
Okay then. All right. Well, you guys want to head up? Then we can drop everything off at camp first if you want.
I think Orion would like us just dropping off and heading right back out. Think he was going to try to keep us to stay? Could try to keep going. It's not be the first time that a supply run has gone long.
That's true. Just like the guys before us.
Yeah. Luke and the boys didn't come back for.
And we're better than them. I believe in us.
So probably communicate. Just let them know, hi, here's what we found. See you in 12 hours or so.
One thing I learned before the end of the world was you ask for forgiveness, not for permission. I think we go for it.
All right. Well, I mean, you work pretty closely with him, Jennifer, and like I think that makes sense. And you know, if
I'll say this much: if we come back with more supplies, that'll be more satisfactory than having to go through the process of getting permission to go back out.
Yeah. She said it better than I could, honestly.
That's right. And also, if it means anything to you, I don't plan on using this. And I point to the shotgun. It's very loud. I plan on using this. And I point to my bow and I make like a Katniss Everdeen kind of pose. It's much cooler.
She practiced that pose for a good 5 minutes in there in front of the mirror.
Cool beans. And you all head up to Montrose. Montrose is a small town. It's not as big as Great Rapids, which is pretty far north to you guys. It's roughly the second biggest city in comparison to Denver and like Fort Collins. But the city, it's small enough that it does house multiple optometrists, as well as several supply stores that you guys haven't quite hit yet, at least to your knowledge. Hopefully there's still stuff in there, but you haven't made it that far. You pull into the city, and the first thing that you notice is that it is a lot of old historical buildings. There's a little bit of residential houses on to the left side of the road as you guys are coming in, but as you Courtney kind of weaves, there's not too many undead out on the streets, and if they do, you guys are coasting at a slow enough pace that they do not notice you.
Oh, we got Courtney work. Ooh.
Yeah, you do see specifically as you guys are pulling in, Courtney looks up and she cuts the engine a little bit and shifts the car into neutral. So you guys coast forward a little bit and then stops. You guys see before you 4 that you can actively see zombies ahead of you. But they have not seemed to notice you yet, view of her. And so the optometrist clinic is specifically going to be this blue building right here. Please don't move the school bus. You're not that strong.
I was just trying to pan around. I'm sorry.
However, as you look to the optometrist shop, you do not see any damage to the windows or the doors or anything. It does not look like anybody's inside. You do, however, notice the undead, specifically this paler one towards the middle of up by the school bus. It is shambling, and you notice that its foot actually kicks some backpacks that are strewn on the ground. They are purple, yellow. One of them is sort of a meshy black color, and it walks this way as you hear a banging sound coming from this one specifically as it is trying to get into the door of this. Perhaps it heard something. Maybe it's just ran into the door. It's still midday, so it's pretty bright out. The sun is making it a little bit harder to see. Are you wearing your glasses for this specifically? Or have you taken those off?
No, I'm keeping they're. It's better to have the glasses that are starting to not work than me being without my glasses trying to look through these fucking binoculars.
No,
Trust
100%,
me, I've tried. Doesn't work for me personally.
So there is a glare a little bit, but you are able to see that there is something wedged up in front of the door on the inside, but you don't see anybody inside specifically. But the zombie is hitting it with its shoulder.
And they're going to whisper this really quietly, I guess, to Kirk and Chelsea, since they're both here, saying like, there might be some back doors, might be a better chance back there. If we can get there quietly, we might be able to get in through there. Maybe find anyone else who's there too.
Yes, Kirk is going to whisper. But usually back doors are locked. More likely to be locked than, I think, front doors.
Probably all going to be locked.
Yeah, truly, but...
And we didn't bring the crowbar.
And we didn't bring the crowbar.
Get in. So I think Rowan wants to chance it, and I think they want to try to sneak and guesstimate which back door would be leading to the optometrist to check it out.
Okay. As you are, it's one of those like very almost cartoonish, like you're sneaking by and you look to the left and the thing just heads slowly turns and look at you and and just like, oh, and it starts to you wave at it.
my head is going, looks to me, looks to him, or something like that.
And it turns its attention from the door and slowly starts to shamble for you. We are now entering.
God damn it! I knew it was gonna be me who triggered it. I knew it was gonna.
And I got 2 degrees of success for the bow, but because of the hole, doesn't that increase it to 3?
Correct.
Okay,
so
I got
to roll 3 damage die.
Okay.
Let's go. Good job, Jennifer.
Let's see what we got.
So tell me how you kill it.
Okay. Boom. Headshot. It's right between the eyes, the bridge of the nose. You just hear like a very elegant snap, and it goes through the back of the skull, and it kind of lands in the snow behind the zombie.
You hear and it hits the ground.
Yeah. And I kind of crack a small smile and I begin to knock another arrow.
Alrighty. So now it is the Zamboni's turn. He's gonna make a swipe at, I don't know. Odds Rowan, evens Chelsea. Evens. Alright, it's gonna make a swipe at Chelsea.
So long.
Farewell.
Oof.
All right. Hope you guys had fun having a healer. I'm gonna peace out here.
Chelsea, you feel its claws dig in and it actually breaks through your winter coat. And it kind of grips down on your arm and it pulls you in. You hear the moans and the groans and the what almost sounds like just like guttural like screaming as it kind of its jaw starts to slowly unhinge itself long and just goes in to bite you. We'll see if that one hits. I'll tell you what your the damage stuff does first, but I'm gonna make sure this doesn't...
fuck, Rowan. Oh no. No.
And then you watch Rowan as this thing goes in and it pulls up Chelsea's arm and it just bites down. And Chelsea, it does take a chunk out of your arm.
Is she not even? Well, I feel. Was she wearing? Any of the winter gear?
You were wearing a winter coat. That is a good point. Thank you for saying that.
I was about to say, please, for the love of God.
Okay, I'm gonna backtrack for just a moment.
Please.
I'm just gonna say, as a player, we knew this was gonna happen to one of us.
We expected something to happen to one of us.
I think it's hilarious that it's her.
You take slightly less damage, but you do still get bitten. It is horrific. Kirk and Jennifer, there's a car in the way. You don't see this. You scream?
Yeah, absolutely. She does. I know that's awful, but she screams.
I mean, it's intense pain. I would scream too.
Yeah, no, it's understandable.
Chelsea, you're the top person, so.
Okay, I have a question. We've been in the apocalypse for 3 years. Does this mean Chelsea's going to turn into a zombie?
As far as
she knows.
Yep.
Great. She turns to her friends and is just shouting, "Chop it off, chop it off, chop it off." I don't want to become one of those things. And she's just trying to get herself to someone who can...
You're running away from the one friend who has the fucking machete to do so.
I said move towards whoever.
Yeah, Rowan would be the only one who has like a full...
Because
it would take me a lot of arrows to chop off an arm. A shotgun would do it very quickly, but it wouldn't save the rest of you.
Then she's just holding her arm out and like getting herself ready and just asking, chop it, chop it. I don't want to become one of those things, please.
Rowan, what do you do?
Wait me!
Very nice.
Rowan is going to quickly take off their belt because that's the quickest thing. They're going to tie it above Chelsea. Where is the bite? That is so important to know. Where is the bite?
It is on her. It looks like it is on her forearm.
Okay, I'm going to put a belt on. Go ahead.
Sorry, are you right-handed or left-handed, Chelsea?
Oh fuck.
I never decided.
Decide now.
I don't. I'm right-handed, so why not?
All right, go ahead and roll odds or evens for me.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
She might lose her dominant arm.
It's a 2.
It's a
even.
It's a 2.
All right.
Even.
It is your left.
Okay.
Okay.
Rowan, you are calm, cool, collected as Kirk and Jennifer and Courtney, you see her actually pull off her belt and she kind of bunches it up and offers it to Chelsea to put in her mouth to bite down. She starts to take off her coat and holds it up over where the arm actually is so you won't see it. So that does kind of calm you down a little bit. Just, you know it's coming, but you don't know when, so that actually alleviates some of the pressure there. Jennifer and Kirk, you choose Kirk, you look away, which is probably why you're keeping your shit together. Jennifer, you look over at the last second and actually see it happen.
Yeah.
As Rowan, you just down.
Cut.
And you do clean cut, right above the elbow, and it is grueling, to say the least. You feel a sting, and then just there's blood, but there's not as much as there would have been, just due to there's not as much due to the fact that you cut off the circulation to it. What do you do?
Is the lighter in? Did the lighter make it in here with us?
So you watch as the lighter, along with her arm, falls to the ground.
Rowan's gonna grab that and gonna start heating up the blade of their machete and press it against the wound, trying to cauterize it.
Resist pain, Chelsea.
Yeah.
You're biting a leather belt.
I don't know about you.
Okay, this is probably gonna be close. What is my resist pain? Ooh.
At least it wasn't for nothing. And I hand the pair of glasses to you.
Oh, fuck, that is less of a strain. Shit.
How many fingers am I holding up with her?
Hold on, I have an idea.
Oh, with her ghost hands?
Oh my god.
God, that was so fucking funny.
Listen, these are the jokes and she gets to make them.
Laugh through the pain. I will also give Kirk the radio and be like, I don't really know what you're doing, but I heard you need this.
As you exit, you turn to see where Chelsea got bit. And the zombies are dead. You kind of look around to see if you see those stragglers at all, and you don't see anything. However, as you all start to walk to the car, you do hear the soft and a hold still.
Rowan's gonna freeze and
I am both love and hate you so much.
God damn.
But she goes, turn around slow and keep your hands up.
Rowan is just gonna say, she's injured. She's only got the one. I need to support her.
I'm popping these puppies up slowly and turning around.
As you turn, you hear...
Oh, Jennifer's dead.
Jennifer, you turn around and you see a young girl standing at you. And Kirk, as you turn around, you see your sister Katie.
Oh my god.
She's older, but unrecognizable, especially considering she is wearing one of your baseball caps. You know, we're gonna do that first. So she lowers her gun immediately as she sees you, and immediately runs towards you and just biggest bear hug that you've had in the longest time. She hugs you tightly, not wanting to let go. It has been 3 long years since you've last seen each other, and she, by all accounts, thought you were dead. Against all odds, you had managed to survive, and for some reason, and somehow, she was able to as well. It's hard to believe how much she's grown.
Kirk, of course, is going to just reciprocate that bear hug, and he's gonna lose a little bit. He's gonna cry a little bit, and he's gonna like take her by the shoulders and like hold her back and like, oh my god, you're so tall.
shut up. just hugging you.
And and he's gonna go, Mom, Bobby, where are...
She shakes her head into your chest, and you can actually feel her kind of cry a little bit too into you.
He'll stay silent for that one and just hug her back.
You hear, well, shit, if it ain't a small world. And out you see, standing face to face with you, Caitlin.
That bitch.
So I, for a little longer than I probably should, I like have a more of a visceral reaction, and then I catch myself, and I'm just like, oh, it is a small world. Oh my goodness, it's so great to see you.
Dark eyes as she kind of, her weapon in hand, kind of just like lugging it back and forth as you notice that she has a lug wrench in her hand.
This
That's
bitch.
mine.
She goes, Jennifer fucking McIntosh.
I never thought about you enough to remember your last name, so Caitlin.
Opam.
Opam.
She just rolls her eyes at you.
So a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. That's not...
She just kind of shakes her head and just goes, fucking hell. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go.
Oh
my
Incredible.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, Laura, you really went out on a limb there for that episode, didn't you?
I know.
Really gotta hand it to you.
Yeah.
Giving you pointing the good finger at you. That was good.
Yeah. Oh,
We're getting tomatoes thrown at us virtually.